through the agenda. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Mayor, for the record, Sophie's on her way.
Jamie, just a question. Are you going to have that discussion during council meeting tonight? The remedy? Are we going to have that discussion? Are we going to have that discussion tonight at the study session or the council meeting? That you want to have that conversation, Jamie?
I do, yes. So we can.
Which at study or at
comment section if you want.
excuse me?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What was you saying?
Yeah, I'm prepared to address a couple of the questions that came up.
Okay. Do you want to do that at study session or council session?
Let's do it in the study session.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
It looks like you have plenty of time there for the
Yes, we have
conversation.
plenty of time. Yeah, okay, sounds good, thank you. Ready? Everybody ready? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start this city council study session for Tuesday, October 12th, 2012 at 6 o'clock. Okay, so we have no old business and we have one item on new business, and that is our budget workshop. So we've set that workshop, our budget retreat, Saturday, October 16th from 10 to 2 o'clock, and it's going to be held at the Night Mountain Restaurant at 905 Yakima Valley Highway in Sunnyside. That was advertised already in the paper, so we're good to go on that. And I know that 2D, you said you wouldn't be able to make that date, right?
Right.
And then Diana, last time you said you could. You'll be there, right? You could, and Vera as well. Mark, we
Is there a
have
typo on that? Because on the paperwork it says October 6th.
Yeah, there is a typo on that, not on the actual advertisement for the paper. Sylvia gave us a copy of it, so it shows that it's the 16th. It's
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay.
Okay, from 10 to 2 at Snipes Pump. Do you think you'll be able to attend?
Yes.
Okay. And last time Sophie was here, she also said that she would be attending, so I'll just put that on the record. Okay, well, we have quite a bit of time left, but Sophie is on her way, Jamie, and I would like for you to wait until all the council are here to have that discussion, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So while we're waiting, I just want to let everybody know that Victor is no longer on probation. Yay! He passed it with flying colors, so he is a full-fledged Mapton cop. I'm so happy. He's been such a good person here, and the people really like him, and he's stepped up to the plate, and all the sheriffs really care for him, and he does an awesome job for us. So, I mean, he's just doing wonderful. Thank you so much, Victor, for all that you do for us. Victor, I feel, has went way on and beyond some of the things that I've hired him to do, and I just want to take just a tad moment and just tell you a couple of things that has really impressed me with Victor. I gave Victor an opportunity to make up his own schedule. I don't have a chief right now, and Victor knows more than anyone here what times need to be covered. I really thought that he would come back with a 8 to 5 schedule, maybe Tuesday through Saturday, because that's what happened in the past. But he come with a schedule where he's bouncing everywhere. Some days he starts at noon, some days he starts at 6, some days he's just everywhere. So like no one really knows when he's going to be here and when he's not. And that's just been a really good thing for us. And, again, I want to thank you for not taking advantage of the city in that way, really putting the city up first and up front and the most important. I really appreciate it and what you do for us, Victor. So, and officially welcome to our team.
I'm glad you're doing it like that, not coming in regular hours, just that way nobody knows when you're here.
Yeah. Well, it makes it really good when no one knows when he's coming and going. And I was really impressed. It's like I don't know how the man could, you work in all the hours he works, all the days he works, and still do an amazing job for us. I'm very, very, very happy with him coming on with us. And he told me yesterday he was going to stay a long, long time. Well, I'll put that on the record.
We're still working on getting.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that. For the sheriff's office, they have to do their count. They have to go to the commissioners and all that. So it's sort of what we're waiting on right now.
I wanted to find out if we get another officer, what are we starting this officer at?
It really depends, Diana, on their qualification. We have five tiers. So by law, we have to put them in one of those 5 tiers. Yeah. So we can't go above a certain amount. We can't go below a certain amount. We have to pay them in that bracket.
And what is really starting? That's what I want to know.
I don't have that right off the top of my head. It is in.
Do you have that?
It's up.
What do you have at the starting for a police officer? From the bottom to the top. I would like to know.
A copy of that. I can get you a copy of that.
Sylvia, right there in my office is my the CDA. It's right there with all of it. You'll see it. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's like 21, between 20.
I was going to ask you, where have you advertised for these police officer that we're looking for? What?
Were there? Well, I know that we advertise through I think it's called TJC. It's where a lot of police officers go to look. It's like a place for police officers. I know we've done it there. We've advertised in the Tri-City Herald, Yakima Herald. I think we also have used, what is the name of that? called. It's, I'll have to. But the thing is, it's just right now, everybody's looking for police officers, everybody. And so it's hard for us in a small town to find police officers because there's not a lot that goes on here and they want action, a lot of them, And so, and the money. I mean, a lot of police forces are giving $10,000 sign-up bonuses and stuff like that. And we just can't compete with stuff like that.
I'd like to know, how much money do we really have to spend?
Diana, we do a budget every year, and on the budget, it
That's
showed
what
you
I
how
was
much it
thinking.
was. Yeah, I think
I was just gonna come up.
it's like
Saturday.
600,000 for this year, 625,000, some real close to that.
Okay.
And the next year will be right around that as well. And the thing is like the police fund comes out of our general fund. So if we don't use all of what we've set aside for it, it just stays in our general fund. So.
Mayor.
Yes.
I'll say, if you'd like, I can go through what I found about dump day out right now.
Oh, that'd be a good idea, Josh.
Okay.
Josh has been working on the dump day results from the last dump day, how much we paid, how much we made, all that stuff. Next dump day is going to be, as we discussed at last council, November 6th from 9 to 1 o'clock.
Right in here.
9 to 1, you
Yeah,
said?
9 to 1 o'clock.
What day is that gonna be? I'm sorry.
It's a Saturday,
What day?
Saturday the 6th, November.
November 6th. Thank you.
Okay.
So again, I'll be asking if any of you guys would like to come down and volunteer and help us at any time brackets through that time frame.
Can we help you in the morning?
All right. Yes, Josh is going to talk to us. Okay, Josh, go ahead, Josh, do your thing.
Okay. All right. Council, and my apologies. I do have it all written down, but I didn't get it on a sheet that you guys could actually look at. But so I looked at the numbers, and so it actually cost us from Yakima Waste. It was $386 for their services. Then you have to add in, we had the $433 in staff overtime to work that day. So that gave us a total of $88.20. That's what dump day cost us. And then with 34 participants, tires, a couple people had some extra loads and stuff. So we made $278. So that left the city with the cost of $542.20. So that was the difference from what we still lost. Nothing compared to the thousands that we've lost in the past, but that's what it still costs. So looking at it, and I realize there's going to be some sort of happy medium there probably, but so $15.84 a load is what we would have to break even on that particular engagement, and it would just depend on how many people come, of course, but that's what we had with the last amount of time with the last amount of people. So
We can't hear you, you just broke all up.
uh-oh. Okay, so where did I leave off?
You're still breaking up.
Uh-oh. No, that's no good.
It's saying the connection's unavailable over here. If I can see.
Yeah, the connection is saying it's unstable. That's not good. Can you hear me now?
You're just really broken up.
Yeah, when you're breaking up when you answer me. Uh-oh.
I can hear both of you guys fine.
Okay,
so-
Neil?
Yep.
Yeah, Mark's
I
breaking
can
up too.
you hear Mark clearly? I can hear Mark clearly.
Hello?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Mark?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Doesn't sound like they can hear us though. Uh-oh. And
Yeah,
it's
we can't, we're getting bounced. Like, we
Uh-oh.
don't hear you.
Uh-oh. Well, it might be because we're trying to share the same internet in the building. So
You can't.
I'm gonna go off and hope that it stabilizes, okay?
Okay, so I'll just sort of throw what Josh told me, and it's gonna be about, he said for us to break even, it'll cost about $15 a day. That's what I told him. So I said maybe we could do something in the middle and put $10.
I go $10. $10 is good.
You good with $10, everybody?
Because they still have to drive down there and then to pay for it when they can just go right here.
Yeah. Josh, are you getting your thing fixed?
I don't think he's on there anymore.
So
Yeah,
I don't think the problem is anything to do with my connection. I think it's just the overall internet. Can you hear me okay now without looking at me?
yeah, we can hear you a little bit better.
Okay, maybe less less activity. It'll be less for it to try and stream. So that's why I'll leave the video off for now so that we don't overload the system. So where did I leave off?
Josh, we've decided that we're gonna, well, Sophie, so we were talking right now about the dump day. So we were in the rears, $542 for the dump day. We charged $5. In order to break it even, it's right at 15. That's too much. So we can eat some of it a little bit, and put it at $10. And that's what everybody is saying is good. Is that good with you too, Mark?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Is that good with you, Sophie?
Yeah. That sounds
Okay,
good to me.
so that's the way, so the next dump day will be $10 a load, and we'll do it the exact same way we done it the last time. It'll come onto their bills, and then we'll bill them the next month for all of their dump loads. Okay? Okay, so, the only other thing, is there's been some, talk outside of town, out in town, and some of the accusations that's coming across is accusations that could get my staff in trouble, could get me in trouble legally. So we reached out to the attorney and just asked him to do an investigation. And so he done an internal investigation, and I'd like for him to tell you guys what it's about and what he done for that investigation. And honestly, I haven't spoken to him, so I don't know what the investigation outcome is. So we're all going to find out together. So go ahead, Jamie. It's
Towards the end of last week, I was alerted to a series of allegations that had been made with respect to use of city staff for purposes of campaign activities attributed to the mayor.
Maybe we can't hardly understand anything you're saying.
Is it breaking up for me also?
Yeah, you're breaking up.
They're working on it upstairs.
I hear you fine.
Let me try to work through it and we'll see if it works better. I'll also try to speak fairly slowly.
Can we do that?
Is that picking up at all for you?
The other thing you might try, sir, is you might call in. Did you hear me?
You want me to try to call in?
Call in would probably help because Mark's able to hear everything that's going on.
Yeah, I hear Mark just fine. I heard Josh fine.
Yeah, I think you guys can
So I
hear
think
each other okay.
I think it's the feed
us
going
that can't
to
hear.
the council chambers. I will exit out of this and make a call in.
Okay.
No, he's calling in, Mayor. So if you guys need to speak, just turn on your speaker. Okay.
Did I say your name? No, you're just looking at me. That's what you want to tell me.
Gosh, I think Jamie's trying to call in.
That's why I just text him.
Can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Mark,
Yeah,
you
we
can hear me?
yeah, but you're
Yeah, we
still
can
on
hear you.
live feed video.
Can the council members hear me? Or should I exit out of the feed on the video?
No, you're breaking up, so I just can't, we can't understand what you're saying.
It just turn off the YouTube, you guys.
Let me cut my voice and see if Jamie could just talk. Go ahead, Jamie.
Can you hear me
No.
now?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Who said that?
It was Mayor.
Okay. So can you hear me all right from this feed?
Yes, your video feed isn't good, but your audio is fine.
Is this better or worse than what it was?
It's better. It's still a little echoey.
That's really strange.
Can we have him call in on my cell phone? And just put my speaker up there, Sylvia? Okay, so Jamie, call me on my cell phone. Jamie, can you
What's
hear me?
that number? Laura, what's your number?
509-831-2567.
Okay, I'll call on that and see
Okay.
what happens.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello? You're not ringing yet. Hello?
Hear me now?
Yeah, let me see if I can get the microphone up there to you. Okay, go ahead and say something.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I'm getting some feedback also. I'm gonna exit this.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I'm trying to join with video also. All right. Okay, well, let me start where I was on the conversation. I had received a call and information last week about some issues with respect to use of city employees for campaign purposes. The allegation was registered against the mayor, and the contention was that city employees were performing or providing campaign support and services during their work hours. And so what I determined at the outset is that I didn't want to have a conversation with the mayor, that I would go ahead and investigate the allegations and the arguments at several levels. The first would be, did the violations occur? Secondly, what was the level of staff understanding and policy with respect to involvement in campaign activity? What was kind of the source and underlying basis for this? So what I did is I independently undertook an investigation. I talked to all staff employees that had been involved or were alleged to have been involved in activities. And the specific activity was holding campaign signs on sidewalks or near City Hall in support of the mayor during work hours. What I determined without any question at all is that the activities didn't occur. So there was no factual basis to the claim that those activities had in fact taken place. And so I wanted to apprise you of that in case those rumors are continuing to be circulated. I determined that by talking to a range of employees, both those that were alleged to have been participating in, and as well as others who had knowledge of what was going on. And it was clear that there was no campaign activities been undertaken or support activity that staff has been taking during work hours or otherwise for that matter. The second thing that I did was I spoke with lead staff, and that's specifically Josh and Sylvia, and asked them to describe to me what the city policy was and what they understood the policy. They were both absolutely clear that the policy was that employees are not involved in campaign activities work hours. They were adamant, they understood the rules, they tracked without any prompting what the state law is that is controlling on. So to me, that they both understood what the rules were, that they complied with all of the rules, and that they did not engage in any activity that would be a violation of the campaign laws. And then to kind of summarize what the scope of permitted activity is, state law is clear in prohibiting the use of public facilities to support or oppose candidates or ballot issues. And so
you are, as a candidate or as a city, not allowed to use what are called public facilities. Public facilities range all the way from the city's own property, offices, to virtually any other thing. I'll just kind of read the summary of the law. It says, this means local government officials and employees may not use employee time, computers, copiers, appointment books, paper, stamps, telephones, office space, vehicles, lists of persons the agency serves, or similar items or services to assist an election campaign. So basically anything that is city property, facility, including using employees, is prohibited during work hours. Employees, and I don't have any indication that any of this has occurred, do also possess dependent rights. So employees can, outside hours and without using any public participate in campaigns. So they can do that on their own on the outside. That's just part of any citizen's right. They have absolutely no facts or indications that that has even occurred in this instance. So the conclusion that I came to is that the claim or the allegation was not founded in fact. Number two, that the staff was clear on their understanding of the scope of their and responsibilities in complying with the law, and that everyone was following it. So I could find nothing to suggest either a violation or a lack of understanding as to what the applicable rules would be for any kind of campaign activity. I reinforced with staff the rules, so they right now, and I'm sharing it with you so you all kind of get a feel for it as well. I'll also say one other thing is that I did make specific inquiries of everyone as to whether they had been asked, pressured, requested by the mayor at any point to undertake or provide support for her campaign or any campaign, and the clear and unequivocal answer that I received is that the mayor's had no communications requests or undertaken any kind of activity to encourage or involve staff in the campaign activity. So I didn't find anything that gave rise or basis to the claims. It's clear to me that the staff, in particular, the lead individuals, which would be Josh and Sylvia, were very clear on their understandings of where the boundaries were and what was proper and improper, and they have conveyed that through to all staff members. So I didn't find anything of concern or any basis for those types of claims.
Does anybody have any questions for him? For Jamie in this instance?
I just wanted to, there was some people that said it wasn't just one person that saw these staff members. There was, I believe, 2 or 3 people that saw these people. Have you talked to them?
No, I haven't been given their
Well,
names.
I think
Yeah,
that you should talk to them also. I really do. Hear both sides.
What are their names, Diana?
Well, let me give it to you personally instead. Okay, that way I'll give it to you personally instead.
Sure.
Okay?
Call me tomorrow and give me the names.
All right.
And I'm happy to review that.
All right. Thank you.
I have a question now.
When these allegations were brought up, who brought them up, and why doesn't Jamie know the names of those people already to do the investigation?
The allegations was brought up in the streets. Nobody ever come to me and asked me straight up if it happened, and nobody come to my staff. We do have cameras outside, and I mean, you would think that there'd be some type of activity. It wasn't. It's not true. It's not valid. I mean, one of the staff wasn't even in town, and that can be verified. So that's where he's going with it, I think. But I would love to know who's accusing me of doing it. I think I have the legal right to know that. Who's out there saying that I'm doing stuff? Because,
Well, like I said, give him the names and he can talk to them and then he can let me know. Okay? So I don't want to say anything else.
okay, so she'll get with you tomorrow. We'll make sure that she has.
Way to proceed, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to involve, if I'm going to take it forward and investigate, I want to preserve the privacy of the person who's providing me with information. That's why I haven't given you the information as to who I spoke to and what specifically I was told by a wide range of employees. Because I do have a concern. I do have a concern that they're feeling vulnerable and uncomfortable in these circumstances. So I think it's important that the investigation and review that I undertake preserves and protects confidentialities.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Jeannie. And with that, we'll go ahead and end this study session at 6:35.